What is up, everybody? J-Star Rides here, hanging with my boy Ryan. We are being a little sophisticated tonight. We got some brown sugar bourbon and some Four Roses, and on top of that, we got some cigars. So it's a funny story. We go to the liquor store and we're like, "What's a good smooth whiskey?" And they're like, "I don't know. Like, what do you like?" And we're like, "We have no idea, because
we don't drink whiskey that often."
We don't drink. Yeah, we're White Claw beer drinkers." So I have the brown sugar bourbon. He's got the Four Roses. So let's see what happens here.
Delicious. It's not too bad, really.
All right. A little strong.
Yeah,
a little strong.
That one went down a little rough. It didn't taste bad in the mouth, but then...
Well, and then we go to a different liquor store to get cigars. I don't know how well you can see. This is a Gilbert something.
Oliva.
Gilbert Oliva. They were like $6 a piece. She's like, "Would you like a dark roll? Would you like a light roll?" And we're like,
we don't know.
"Cigar?" well, what kind would you like?
Do you want hand rolled?
What's your budget? And I'm like, "Yeah, there's a budget for cigars." So here we go. Alright.
I guess I'll turn it on.
It's not bad. So some of you guys have probably seen Ryan in quite a few of our past videos, and I think he's been on pretty much every trip I've got on my YouTube channel. So I didn't get any footage of the Ohio trip with the wife.
Well,
Man, I feel all fancy. Look at that cloud of smoke. You probably can't even see us. YouTube's probably not going to enjoy this one either. But it's not for kids, so.
no. Not at all.
But me and Ryan have been riding together for a few years now, and yep, he's the only person I really feel comfortable riding with. No offense to anybody I ride with, but I trust him, he trusts me. Oh my god.
That was a hard one.
That was rough. Do not inhale said fat cigars.
No shit, Sherlock.
That's my wife.
Inhale any cigar.
That was my wife. I'm filming a YouTube video.
We're watching a moron.
We're drinking whiskey and smoking cigars like sophisticated boys. Well, Ryan, what was your favorite trip last summer?
My favorite trip. West Virginia.
Was it the country roads take you home?
No, it was going to the bridge.
To a place?
To
I'm alone?
Yeah.
West Virginia.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Those were wicked roads.
Yeah, I definitely want to go back when the,
When it's not cold
yes,
and it's not raining
yes.
and my shock doesn't break.
And the roads aren't slick with water and
Leaves.
wet leaves.
But you know what? It was still fun. We still got to hammer down. I don't know, a few spots. But I don't know. Every trip that we went on was fun. But I think that was kind of the...
Hoosier sucked the second day. The second day was like 95 fucking degrees, and we were on a dirt road for like 4 hours.
My bike paid for that so bad. Dude, it took me like 6 hours.
Mine didn't.
Yeah, because you were in front.
So basically, this video is going to be us smoking cigars and drinking whiskey and telling stories because it's Michigan. I might be able to go ride tomorrow though. It's supposed to be like 50.
Yeah, I gotta get my bike back. I broke a lot of things on it last year. Dude, that burned the last one I just hit.
This video will be out before I go out filming tomorrow though. Are you supposed to like ash these things or just let it
Dude,
fall?
I don't know. Like, this is a big ash.
Why do I keep inhaling?
I've been inhaling.
So if you know anything about good whiskeys or cigars,
Let us know.
feel free to. Okay.
Sorry.
Feel free to comment or, let us know.
Yeah, we'll definitely try them out.
We'll be back after these messages. We're back.
What's up?
So we found out we are not whiskey drinkers.
Yes. Well, I mean, I do like whiskey. Don't get me wrong on this one. But usually I'm already kind of fucked up when I start.
We're not sipping whiskey drinkers.
No, we're slam it. Let's get screeched and have some fun.
Speaking of getting screeched, let me tell you a little story
Oh no, I think I know which one this is.
about our first adventure that we went on with the Three Amigos,
Fucking
where we got the nickname the Three Amigos from the most awesome hotel bartender in the world, who, if you ever see this, thank you for tolerating our drunk, stupid asses.
Oh my god, she gave us like how much popcorn?
So here's how we all got our bikes and we decided, hey, let's go on a fucking road trip. So we decided to go to Kentucky. I'm like, hey, let's go south. Let's go to Kentucky.
And it was our last ride of the year too.
Yeah, it was in the fall. So it was kind of cool, but not terrible. And we get down to, I think it was Clarksville, Indiana. That's like, there's the Louisville Bridge in Clarksville is like right on the other side of the bridge when you cross into Louisville. So we get to our hotel, check in and everything. We're like, hey, let's go get some beers. So we each went up to the liquor store and we got 6 packs of beer and we're like, hey, let's actually think I have a picture. I'll throw it up right here. But
A live bar.
yeah, well, we started out drinking at the hotel. We all finished our 6 packs, or almost, and we're like, hey, there's this cool park that's close by that's got like waterfalls and crap like that. Let's go check it out. So we grabbed some road beers, jumped on the bikes, went down, checked this park out. It was cool. Got muddy, went on a hike.
Dude, it was red dirt. I mean, I think you still had that freaking tent to your shoes.
So we managed to get out of there. We're 6 pack deep, but we kept looking at the bridge of Louisville. And I'll throw up another picture right there of the bridge that we were looking at, kind of buzzed. We're like, dude, let's go ride across this bridge. Like, we gotta go ride across this bridge. So we were going right across the bridge. We're cruising up and down the strip in Louisville. It's like, what, probably 9 o'clock,
Yeah, around 9 o'clock.
8, 9 o'clock.
It rained just a little bit. It was like a mist. So we were tearing through.
Keep in mind, we just were planning on going a mile away from the hotel. So we didn't wear our big coats, any rain gear, anything. We just like jumped on the bikes and shot down because we weren't planning on being long. Well, we see the Stevie Ray's Blues Bar. We're like, all right, let's stop and grab a beer.
It said live bands too.
Yeah, live music. Stevie Ray's Blues Bar. So we start drinking. Rounds after rounds after rounds after rounds after rounds. A few hours later, we're pretty screeched. And
Yeah, my brother's like, I'm done. I'm done.
another round.
Joe goes another round, and my brother's like, oh my god.
Sorry, buddy. If you're gonna be a biker, drink like a biker. We come outside. The temperature had dropped like 30 degrees. Pouring down rain. It was bad. We had like a 2-3 mile ride to the hotel, which doesn't sound very far, but when it's pouring down rain and like 30 degrees out,
It was like,
it was pretty bad.
it was brutal. It was bad enough where I couldn't wear my glasses. I had to pick my glasses up and hide behind my fucking windshield to be able to see.
I kept doing the up and down, like, because I look over the windshield, look under it, behind it. It was terrible. So we get back to the hotel. Get back to the hotel.
Oh, okay.
We're drunker than shit. Hotel's got a bar. So let's go down to the bar. After we, of course, changed into our dry clothes and another picture here. Dried our shoes. Go down to the hotel bar. I think Ryan decides he's going to push all the buttons in the elevator. This guy gets in the elevator, looks at us, he's like,
Did you guys do
"Did you
this?
guys do that?" And I'm like, we felt like little kids that just got yelled at. So we go down to the hotel bar and commence to drinking some more. Took a really long time to get back to our hotel room. I know that.
Well, yeah, you pushed me out of the freaking elevator like 2 floors before.
Because you kept pushing the buttons.
Hey, you know what?
So, get back to the hotel room. We're all just beyond trashed. We pass out. We wake up because we're supposed to wake up early and jump on the bikes and go, nice ride down to Mammoth Cave and check out that. And, you know, we just had a whole day of riding planned out. We all woke up at like 9 o'clock and we're all so drunk and felt like we were going to throw up if we moved. Felt like we were going to die. We all pretty much stayed in bed and slept until like, what, 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon?
Yes. We got on the bikes hungover as hell.
Found some little breakfast place, had a good breakfast, and that helped.
Boy, I have to say that breakfast place we hit, I still don't remember it, but that was like the best breakfast I've ever had in my life. It was expensive.
It was a little expensive.
It was a little expensive, I don't know.
But it was fun. We ate. We had to end up making it to Mammoth Cave and beeline back to the hotel and basically watching movies until we passed out.
Yeah. I don't know what the hell we were watching, but it was some weird shit.
Sci-Fi Channel. That was our first trip. And I remember the next day, because we were being kind of asses, believe it or not. And like, we have the walk of shame. And we go to, like, the hotel had a restaurant. So we were like, you know, just kind of had our heads down because, you know, we were drinking heavily and whatnot. And we walk into the restaurant and the bartender from the night before was the waitress at the restaurant the next day. And she's like, hey, the Three Amigos. We're just like, oh. Hey. That's how we got the name the Three Amigos.
Yep.
And that was our first trip that we went on together.
Ever. I mean, that was my first trip ever really on a motorcycle. I mean, usually all my rides that I've ever done were local.
So that's what started our fall tradition of going on a bro trip.
Yes, the last ride of the year. And you know what? They're usually the most amazing trips ever. But the only thing that sucks is the ride home. It's usually brutally cold. It was like the West Virginia trip. It rained. Okay, we got on the highway. 10 miles. It was brisk. It was cold. I mean, it was
28 degrees when we left the hotel.
Cold. So we're like, all right, we'll be all right.
Wore every piece of clothing we had.
10 miles in, started pouring down rain. I mean, we had to slow down from 70 miles an hour to 55 because we were hydroplaning on our bikes. Is how hard it was raining.
And we only had like 10 and a half hours to go after that in 30-degree temperatures.
Yes. And then it rained long enough to soak us completely wet, and then it stopped. And then it was just cold the rest of the way. But you know what? That's where you make memories and have fun. And what's Nugget doing?
And Nugget.
But
See, bro trips are fun. Like the one night at Hoosier National Forest, when we're moto camping, so it's like we're trying to pack as light as possible. And we went to the grocery store, and we weren't sure what Chris wanted to eat, so we just bought all kinds of like beans and wings and hot dogs and like just cans of beans and whatever, you know, because we're guys and we don't care.
Yeah, just whatever fills us up.
So later that night, we're all drinking and sitting around the fire, and we had like a feast. We just ate as much food as we could, so we didn't have to pack it up and take it with us the next day.
Yep.
We were all kind of laughing because we're just sitting there like eating cans of beans out of the can with the spoon, just like, and we couldn't have been happier.
Yep.
And of course, after that, the farting began. And glad we all had separate towns.
Yes.
If you've never taken one, I'd suggest taking a bro trip with your boys. Go camping. Prefer camping because you know you can make memories around that campfire and it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, because especially like the first night we went out, I think that was the most memorable night that we had. Like we literally drove down the road and found
It's an old service road.
an old service road for a logging road. And we pulled off in the woods. Okay, it took both the guys. It took Joe and Chris both to push my bike out because by the morning, it sank in the ground 6 inches. It was awesome. I mean, that was like, but we left the campsite cleaner than we left it. You know, like we didn't leave our trash. We made sure we pulled everything and picked
Well, it's
everything up.
Hoosier National Forest, so they prefer that you stay in established campsites. But we couldn't find one. The sun was setting, so we just kind of. We drove off the road where nobody could see us down, and we dug a hole for the fire pit so nobody could see it from the road. And
Yes, and we had it was an awesome night. I mean, that was one of the most memorable nights I have. I mean, it was amazing.
drifter style. But let's go wrap it up for this week's video. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Make sure you share with your friends if you want to. Thanks for watching. Ryan, thanks for coming and hanging out with me. We're gonna probably do some more drinking, so hope y'all have a good night. I'll see you later.
Peace.